Welcome back, everybody. As you probably know, the new D&D book, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, has been released. Everybody's looking forward to this one for quite some time, and a lot of what's in it you have probably seen. They've released pieces of this all over, and now they put it together in one book, and where I thought I knew everything that was in it, there was actually quite a bit more. So you can get you one of these today. They are out. You may already have it. Looking over this video here, we're just going to go over a quick content section, just skipping over everything. I'm going to go through all the pieces and parts in order and talk about it in more detail. But if you look at the contents right here, you can see they got some changes on character options when you first customize and create your character. Pretty nice. Then you can see they go through all the different classes. All are listed, and there's like 2 or 3 different pathways to follow for each one, like new colleges for the bard and so on. They'll go over the group patrons. That's a new thing that's been added. Sort of has some groups that help you out in the campaign, like being part of a guild or something else. A lot of new magic right here. You can see there's spells, something on personalizing spells, new magic items, big list of those right there. And then some DM tools. I thought an interesting little addition are the sidekicks, little NPCs of 3 classes, expert, spellcaster, and warrior you can add. Section on parlaying with monsters. Supernatural regions is neat, how to change a region, everything about it, whether it's haunted, infested, whatever. New magical phenomenon to an area, natural hazards, and a section on puzzles at the end. So there's a little section on using the book at the beginning. Here's a picture of Tasha right here. And look at there's old Baba Yaga's hut in the background right there. So there's the character options. Ways to customize your character a whole lot more when you start the game. Instead of going with just the traditional ways you see all the characters and the races being used, you can change these up quite a bit to customize them. So we're going to look at that in one of the next videos. It's a good idea. Then here's all your classes. Artificer. Now with each one right there, they start off with some new additions. They've got creating, quick build, so on. And you've seen this before in other areas. But notice here's your table showing your levels, proficiency bonuses, class features. Something new here that you don't see in other places, the infusions, infused items, and of course cantrips and spells. They only go up to level 5, but these guys can be pretty good fighters too. Some of the little subclasses and such really give you those additions. So there's hit points, proficiency, all you'd want to see. Magical tinkering they go over. You can actually add little magical properties to something that was completely non-magical before. Nice little thing to have. It's almost like having a little cantrip. Spell casting, and of course they go over all your list of spells here. There they are. Plenty of cantrips to choose from. As you can see, spells through level 1 through 5. How to infuse items with special properties. Great little things you can add. So there you can see down here, got a little dwarf alchemist working on something. And you can see as you go through the levels, you'll get things which are better and better. There you've got some of your artificer specialists like alchemists. Of course, they're going to work with chemicals, reagents. As you can see, they can make elixirs that can heal, make somebody faster, bolder, whatever. They got an armor group right here. These guys are going to be pretty good little fighters. You can see they got their own little spell list right there and so on. So there they talk about what all your armor can do. You'd be really impressed, even with ranged combat. And so like the little gauntlets launch out and return. Pretty neat little ideas. Here's the artillerist. Basically, you got new spells, and you can see this guy here's got something. Looks almost like a gun or a cannon. Could be a flamethrower, be a force ballista or protector. And of course, as you go up through the levels, you get other items. Here you can see the battlesmith spells for these guys right here. There you got a little steel defender. There's where battlesmith was mentioned on the previous page. And one great thing about this book that's been needed for I don't know how many years is you make some type of little creation right here, a construct, or like what rangers and druids get an animal companion, they level up with you. That's been needed for I don't know how long. So you'll see that more in future videos. Here's the artificer infusions. At different levels, they can infuse items with some great properties. They get really powerful as they level up. There you can see they even make a little servant, little homunculus right there. Look at all the different items they can replicate. Find these magic items and replicate the thing and have one for yourself. And of course, you get up to higher levels, you can make better, stronger items. There's your barbarian. At each class, they have new class features. And here you can see different little things they've added before they get to the pass. Like the Path of the Beast will actually let you spawn claws and fangs and even a tail, which you can see right here could lash out and do damage. So there's different options you see at the different levels, just like you have with all the others. You can even have some wild magic giving you different unexpected effects right here. Get to the bar, there are their features, and notice how they always give you new spells, and they're usually 1 through 9, not just low level stuff, but some great higher level material too. After that, they go through the new Bard colleges. The College of Creation is listed right there. You can see a little dancing item, like they got a drow bard right here. You can see the College of Eloquence has been added. Get over to your clerics. I believe those from the druids have 3 new pathways added. But here's some additional spells right here for the clerics. There you can see the divine domains, like the order domain is listed right here, and what's new about it. There they got the different items at different levels. I should say different abilities you gain. Here's a peace domain, new one right here. And you can see they list some deities and new spells and what you get with the level ups there. One thing I noticed on this Twilight domain, look at this, at first level, here you can gain dark vision, range 300 feet. That could be handy in many cases. Get over to your Druid. Great new spells listed right here in the Wild Companion. Definitely needed. So we'll go over that more about how they level up with you along the way. New Druid Circles. The Circle of Spores is one you may have heard of before. Great addition. You can see this Druid here has actually infected an old dead bullywug and made him like a zombie that'll follow him around and serve him. So great things could be added right there. Circle of Stars has been added here. Circle of Wildfire. You see even get a little companion or spirit right here. It looks almost like a fire elemental in the shape of a fox. Fighters had lots of things added. New fighting style options are listed here, and notice there's quite a few. There's the new maneuvers, the new archetypes like Psy Warrior. You can tell where that's going right there with telekinetic powers. Rune Knight, where they can inscribe things on their armor and weapons to make them more powerful. There you can see other additions right here. There's Giant's Might, Runic Shield, and so on. New Battlemaster builds go more towards Archer, Bodyguard, Brawler, and so on down the line. Notice they've just added lots for Fighter. Monk, everybody knows they needed some new additions right there. So you can see Dedicated Weapon, Kai or Key Fueled Attack right there. There's your different traditions, Way of Mercy and Way of the Astral Self. Some good new additions for the Monk. Here's the Paladin, new class features, and just a few new spells with those. Disappointed they didn't get more. Like to see lots of new spells always being added. But there's the fighting style options. As you can see, you got several of those. Then you got Oath of Glory. Then you got Oath of the Watchers. And there are all the little additions that go with each. There's the Ranger, new class features. Here's some different little items. Favorite foe. New spells. Again, I'd like to see a few more right there. But there's the fighting styles. Several of those. The little martial versatility and all is listed beneath it. Here's the archetypes. The Fey Wanderer is a new one. Here you can see Swarm Keeper. These guys like to specialize more in insects, so that'd be an interesting addition to the game. And here again you see with companions, the beast here. Again, you can see how they level up with the level of the ranger. That's been needed so much for years. There's your rogue. Steady aim and such are listed, but you can see the new archetypes like Phantom right here. On from there, Soul Knife, may have heard of that one before. Here's the Sork, some good new spells listed for it. And there you can see some new meta magics have been added, new sorcerer origins here. So there they've got all the different things, sonics, telepathy, and whatever's added. There's the Clockwork Soul, new pathway for that one with all the little additions. There's Warlock, good little addition of spell for those. New Pact Boon options. Here you can see Eldritch invocation options, as we've had many before. Got some new additions there. They definitely needed some new otherworldly patrons. So there you can see the Fathomless. Obviously, that's got something to do with the water right there. The Genie is another one. I think this individual's like actually taking over the body of the Genie, fighting whatever they got here. Wizard, some new spells. Would have liked to see some more, but it's always good to have additions. There's Blade Singer. A lot of people probably been looking forward to this one right here. So that goes way back to the old times when you had to multi-class fighter and wizard to get something like this. But now you've got the Blade Singer in here. So there's Order of the Scribes, new one right there, and what comes up with the levels. New feats. Everybody always likes new feats. So I think there was somewhere around 15 or so feats, maybe a fewer, something like that. Here again, you got Tasha. Looks almost like Loth sitting here on this throne, but there she's got lots of little evil guys around her. Group patrons is a big section that's been ordered. And you can see some of these examples, like maybe in a group of aristocrats, a criminal syndicate, Guilds have been around forever, and so on down the line. So these individual groups can give you some nice little additions to the game. You know, they're not active really as being part of the adventure itself in most cases, but they could be a good stepping off point for an adventure. Maybe somebody's guild has something they need done. Maybe an item was stolen. Maybe some person is opposing the guild and they want them eliminated. So you can just imagine all the options you could come up with there. Then we get to the magical items, the magical miscellany in chapter 3. There you can see a lot of new spells listed right in here. They go over all the spells and the spell descriptions as you would expect. There's some new summons. They really like summons. Look at this, summon celestial and things such as that. So there's a lot of those which have been added, more than anything else. So there you get on through the spells. Then they get to the magic items. Some of them are super powerful. Look at this, magic tattoos. They can do different things like give you damage resistance against cold, acid, fire, thunder, radiant, whatever it is you want. Then they go through some of the other magic items right here. So you can see there's all sorts of different items which have been added. Plenty of those for you to throw in where you want. So we can scroll through those. Then you get some new Dungeon Master tools right here. They talk about party origins, social contracts, game customization. Sidekicks are a good addition. It's a way to introduce a new little NPC. And again, they all have different little skills, whether it's spell casting, there you can see the spellcaster there, and so on down the line. So those are going to be nice additions. Look forward to using those more. They got a little section right here on parlaying with monsters. And for example, they show this group running up on an owlbear. Maybe it's too powerful for them, and they offer it looks like some meat right here. So ways to negotiate with monsters, even when they have something like animal intelligence. There's a section on environmental hazards. So all sorts of different environments, like whether you've got a far realm. There you can see what looks like some elithid Nautilus ships right there. The haunted environment was probably going to be the favorite right there, all the different changes. How about if a region is infested with arachnids or something such as that? They've got an area here on a mirror zone, psychic resonance, and so on down the line. So you can really change the environment of the area around the players quite well. So there they mention a few others along with this here. You get through all of this section. As you can see, there's an area on puzzles. So puzzles have been added at the end. Nice little addition, something you don't see very much. And there's some good puzzle books out there that you can buy. Might want to pick those up. So they show you the different puzzles and how they work. And if the players have difficulty, they can roll for intelligence and wisdom checks that give them clues on how to solve the puzzle. Like it tells you here the words count on was really the key to solving that one right there. So there they take you through the different puzzles they have added. And at the end of the book, they actually have some things you can tear out and hand to the players. So I hope you like this little review right here on Tasha's Cauldron. Hope this will give you an idea of what's in it and whether you want to purchase it or not. But until I see you again, good luck and good gaming.